YouTube. You can now watch Good Things on C Spire TV. If you have C Spire TV, then you can check us out on Channel 70, right next to the Weather Channel. But you're going to have to go to Drew, Mississippi if you want to enjoy the Delta Wings Festival, which is coming up this weekend, and our friend Stafford Shurden is joining us to tell us more. Hey, Stafford.
Hey, Rebecca. It's good to be back.
Oh, it's good to have you back, buddy, even though it's not in studio, but I know you got a lot going on there in Drew and on the farm. So how's the weather today?
So the weather's great. You know, we've had the driest fall I think we ever had. I mean, look at the Mississippi River, and it's the same here.
Yeah, super dry. And I know as farmers, you all out there doing rain dance, but when you have this great event coming up, you're like, but could we at least just skip it for Saturday so we can get in our festival? This is a cool one, Stafford. Tell me about the Delta Wings Festival.
So we did it for about 8 years, and if you didn't know, we're the waterfowl capital of Mississippi. And we did it for 8 years. It kind of fell by the wayside. We wanted to bring it back, and so we're back this year with the 9th annual.
That's pretty cool, and I think most people might think of going to the Delta for duck hunting, but they don't necessarily think of having a festival to sort of enjoy everything that can come with that. So when we're talking Wings Festival, are we talking chicken wings? Are we talking duck wings? Or what are we talking?
So the wings is kind of a play on just the fact that ducks are coming in this time of year and flying into the Delta. And at the same time, we're going to have the Mississippi Duck Gumbo Championship. So that's kind of the thing that everybody's really coming for. But we're also going to have live music and things for the kids and vendors and all kind of cool food and stuff like that too.
Let's talk about this Duck Gumbo Championship. You had me at gumbo. I don't know if I've ever had duck gumbo. Is it much different than seafood gumbo or traditional gumbo?
So it's very hearty. I think one of the best things you can do with duck is gumbo, and one of my favorite gumbos is definitely duck. So duck is very wild, so a gumbo is a great way to kind of mild that flavor down, but it's so rich. It's just really awesome.
How many are you going to have come out in terms of chefs or individuals or teams, or is it just open up to us regular folks? Like, how will the championship work?
So we have 7 teams signed up right now. And we got people from all over the state coming. We've got some great judges, by the way. Wright Thompson of ESPN. And then Chef David Cruz, who, if you know anything about Delta Supper Club, you've probably seen him on Food Network. So we got a couple of great chefs. They really know their gumbo. And these guys have been planning this for a long time. A couple of them were late signups, but most of them, they can't wait to get here and cook their gumbo. We will have a People's Choice Award, too, so you can come buy some tickets to try the gumbo and vote on your favorite.
If we've never put Drew, Mississippi on our to-do list, we hear about these cool festivals. I know it's kind of a smaller community. How would you sort of sell it to say, you know what, we may not be the Tamale Festival or we may not be some of the other larger ones in neighboring towns, but we are worth the stop or the drive up to the Delta for? How would you sort of get folks to get excited about coming for the festival?
Well, I'll say that I don't think there's any other festival quite like ours anywhere in the state of Mississippi. And I mean, come on, it's the home of Archie Manning. If you've ever watched the Gas Station Tailgate Review with me and I've done anything that made you happy, it would be a huge favor to me just to show up that day. You don't have to spend a dime. Mike Ellis and the Hometown Band are going to be playing. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'd love to have you in the small town of Drew. And, hey, these little Delta towns are still alive and kicking. And if you come, we'll be alive a little bit longer.
So give us our Mississippi directions if we've never been to Drew, Mississippi. How do we find you?
So coming from Jackson is literally straight up Highway 49. So just like you're going to Clarksdale from the south part of the state, 49 and 61 are kind of our 2 main Delta highways, but it's right on Highway 49. You can't miss it. I mean, it's a one-stop sign down, so it's very, very easy, right in the dead center of the Mississippi Delta.
So how is the festival going to be set up, Stafford? Because I just imagine with a one-stop sign town, are you taking over Main Street? Are you taking over the entire town? Like, how will it be? How will the festival be on Saturday?
So it's funny because we started this as the festival, as well. The restaurant's doing this. We weren't actually going to do a festival. We were just going to do the duck gumbo. And it's kind of gotten out of control. So we are taking over the whole downtown. The city's letting us block off Main Street. And we have a beautiful park called Gazebo Park downtown. We've got an actual stage that's permanent, so we've got a perfect place for the music. It's going to be really nice.
It's going to be really nice. What time does it kick off on Saturday?
Starts at 10 a.m., goes to 5. We'll announce the winners of the Duck Gumbo Championship at 5. Mike Ellis and the hometown band will be playing from 1 to 5. So it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. And again, we've got some really great vendors, and we're excited about it.
I saw a little VIP action over on your Facebook page, Stafford. Is that like a pregame, postgame? Where does that fall in the gumbo world?
So in our downtown park, on one end of Main Street, you have the stage, and in the middle of the park is the gazebo. We didn't do sponsorships like we used to do because the Chamber of Commerce used to do this, and they took big sponsorships. Well, since the restaurant's doing it, we didn't want to do sponsorships, so we did this Friends of the Festival VIP area, which is going to be in the gazebo. You can buy tickets, and we'll have beer and food and all kind of stuff that everybody won't have access to. And that's just kind of a little way that people can support the festival, because people have been asking me, like, what can I do to help? And again, number one, you can show up. But if you want to help financially, that's the way you can help financially. Get a little something in return for it, too.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Where do we find out about that? Where do we get our tickets if we want the VIP access?
So the easiest thing to do is follow me on Facebook. All that stuff's posted on there. If you don't see it, inbox me. I'll send you a link. It's on Eventbrite, if you're familiar with Eventbrite at all. So you can buy them online, but you can also buy them the day of.
So catch us up, too, on your gas station reviews, Stafford. You're a man of many talents. Not only are you running the restaurant there in Drew, you're putting together a festival. You're also a working farmer there and all the duties that reply to that. But then you find time, too, to go out with your own hobby and review food at restaurants that are in gas stations. Have you put out anything new lately? Can people go and check something out?
It's one of my favorites. Unfortunately, there's this place right outside of Laurel called David's. And about 3 or 4 days after I posted that review, it burned. They are rebuilding. So when that place opens back up, we got to make sure we support those guys. They do a great plate lunch, and just my heart felt sympathy to them and what all happened. They actually had a car accident that burned the place down.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's another reminder. Yeah, that these are not only are they in gas stations, but usually they're still small businesses that when we think about where are we going to get our lunch or where we're just going to stop for something to eat, popping in and supporting them versus running through a drive-through or whatever else, which has its place. I'm not saying that, but means a lot to those individuals.
One of the other cool things you can do if you follow me, particularly on Twitter, I have it pinned at the top of the page, but there's a map that a guy named Drew Porsche, who works for ESPN, did this for me. He's a statistician with ESPN. And every time I do a review, he adds it to the map. So you can actually pull this map up on Google and go to all the places and see all the cool places. Because one of the things when you're traveling, why fast food is so great, because you know what you're getting, but you don't know those little places because they're not all great, but some of them are really good.
Have you ever went somewhere and then had all intentions of reviewing it, but maybe you just felt like that one just needs to go in the can instead of putting out something negative? I'll just not put out something at all.
So I've released right around 140 episodes. I've probably filmed about 20 that I didn't use. I've actually cut the camera off after the first bite and just been like, no, can't do it. And I actually went in this one place and I kind of looked around a little bit and I was like, nah, I'm not eating food out of here. so yeah, some of them don't. And I'm not in the business of trying to hurt anybody's business because they may have had a bad day, right? We have it, I own a restaurant. That happens. So if it's bad, you're right. It just never sees the light of day.
Well, I appreciate that. But that's also true, though. That means that we know that the videos that you do put out there and your gas station reviews, they are honest. And if you say that you enjoy it, you're not just faking it. You actually do enjoy whatever it is that you got. Here recently, what's your top pick that you have in reviews?
Oh, goodness. I hadn't done as many this year because farming has been so all-encompassing. Without the rain, we've been irrigating a lot. But this is not in Mississippi, but Satsuma, Alabama does a thing called breakfast gumbo. And it's not gumbo, but it's really, really good. It's got hot sauce and eggs and Kaneka sausage and all kind of good stuff in it. I really like that a lot.
And if you've never tried duck gumbo, then that brings us back to the 9th annual Delta Wings Festival that's going on this weekend in Drew, Mississippi. We encourage everybody to get out, drive north or maybe south for some, east or west for a few of you.
Yeah,
But for the most of us, the Delta's going to be straight north and try something new. I think duck gumbo just sounds delicious. You'll have to let us know who wins.
Absolutely. I'll be posting it, and good luck to everybody that's entered. Not too late to enter if you want to.
Not too late to enter, not too late to make your plans. It starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday, correct? It's free. Come and enjoy it downtown Drew, Mississippi.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you.
All righty, Stafford. Next time you're in town, stop by and say hey in person, okay?
I'd love to. Thank you, Rebecca.
All righty.